Hey everyone, my name's Graham Watson. I'm one of the editors here at Out in Perth, and I wanted to take a minute to address some issues that people wrote to us about this week, and also to offer an apology for an article that we published that didn't meet our own standards. I'm going to read it from the screen to make sure I don't miss anything out, so apologies if my eye line is slightly to the right while we go through them. There's a couple of different things we want to get out there and address. Firstly, you might have noticed we published an article from rights organisation Just Equal earlier this week that looked at the achievements and failures of the McGowan government during their first term in government as it comes to LGBTI rights. We believe it's really important as we head into the state election to look at what has been achieved, what hasn't happened, and what needs to happen in the next term of government from all of our political parties. Alongside the article from Just Equal, you might have also seen we did a live stream from an event from new rights group Rainbow Futures. However, the article we published from Just Equal had some problems with it. In the article, it tended to group together the concerns of people who are intersex with people who are transgender and gender diverse. This should not all be put together in one group, and we should know better. It's something that I should have noticed when editing the article prior to publication. I didn't, and I'm very sorry for that. Immediately, as soon as people raised the issue with us, we went back and fixed the wording up to make it much more clearer. Today, we've also published a piece written by an intersex person here in WA sharing their own personal journey, and I'd encourage you all to read it. We do have very clear guidelines on how we refer to different groups within our community to make sure that we don't misrepresent anyone, and on this occasion, we just got it wrong, and we're really sorry. I'm really sorry. The other thing that people have written to us about this week is concern that there was a number of stories that we hadn't covered, things that had been reported in other media outlets that hadn't appeared on Out in Perth. Firstly, I want to say how absolutely amazing it is that across the media landscape, we're seeing more and more mainstream media covering LGBTI issues, because a few years ago, you certainly wouldn't have seen that. We've worked really hard over the weekend to try and catch up on stories that we hadn't managed to get to during the week. A story about flags in Armidale, a decision about an LGBTI consultancy group at the City of Perth, and several others. We try and stay on top of as many things as we can. The Pride season is a really busy one. But on top of that, we have a really small team. And sometimes Lee and I, we just need to give time to our partners, our families, other jobs, and things that are going on behind the scenes, and our own health. Sometimes we fall behind, and when we do, we'll work really hard to catch up. And we really thank you for your patience if you were concerned that we hadn't covered one of those stories. It's not that we don't care, we just didn't have enough hours in the day. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was a story we published today, which highlighted a new study that's come out that has shown that negative media about transgender people leads to them having more mental health challenges. And this should come as absolutely no surprise to anyone. This new study says exactly the same thing as research done at our own local Telethon Kids Institute. We want to make sure that we never publish anything that is hurtful or upsetting to people within our own community. But at the same time, we want to hold other people in the wider community to account for things they say and not let comments they make go unchallenged. It's a very fine line to walk, and we spend a lot of time having ethical discussions over which things we cover, who we give a voice to, and who we simply ignore. We don't always get it right, and sometimes something which we published in the past, when you look back at it, might not look so great, and something we publish now actually might be very beneficial in the future. It's a really tricky one to get right. Increasingly, we are putting more warnings at the top of stories to help people out, and we're looking for your feedback. We always welcome your feedback on how we can be better at this and what we can do to improve the type of coverage we do. You can find our emails and our mobile phone numbers on our contact page. We're very easy to get hold of. If you ever have anything of concern, drop us a note, give us a call, drop us an SMS. We will always look at it as quickly as we can. We really want to thank everyone for your continuing support and reading Out in Perth, and just say that we're a community-based publication. We're always here to publish the stories that you want to read, the things that you want to share, and we are always open to anyone writing and sharing their own experiences on this platform. We have made some mistakes, and we will get better, as we always try to, and we really thank you for your understanding.